boy, we got another one. Ha! I mean, y'all boys ain't ready for this, man. I'm still grinding, I'm still hungry, hungrier than ever. I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Washington Commanders and the Cleveland Browns. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, zero nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. This is the tight end, Njoku. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
The Browns send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. A 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders.
At their own 28-yard line.
He'll throw from the gun.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And it's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Now try to pick it up on 3rd. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. On 1st down, Boyce. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Howell. He finds his man, complete. It's Martinez. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Up the middle they go. Boyce. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. And 3rd and 5. This will be the 8th play of the drive.
Back to throw. Howell. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down. Sly able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And down he'll go at the 25.
Naturally so. The defense was keyed in on everyone but the back on that play. And it took them an extra second to react when he got the carry. It's still a tough 3rd down to pick up here, but a lot more manageable after an excellent carry on 2nd down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great play there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Jones now throwing on first down, and he rifles one incomplete.
The Browns did a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year, and they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have an interest in it.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Chase Young able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. Hey, as the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, remember, he had a fumble earlier this first half and got saved, but no such saving here. It's a turnover.
Yeah, and as a coach and as a teammate, you're hoping that he learned from the first one. There was a lesson there, but obviously he doesn't have enough focus in order to lose it a second time. That simply can't happen if you're trying to win a game.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Jones to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
York able to send this one through.
And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
From the 27, Powell. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. On third down, Boyce.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
17 yards that time and a Washington first.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Now Howell. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Howell's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
11 more on that one and another first down.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
They'll run on first down. Boyce, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Myles Garrett in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. On third down, Boyce. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's out of bounds, but not before getting across the 50 to the 45.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the 2nd half gets underway. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. From the 27, Powell. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. On first down, Boyce. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it.
And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call.
Third and long, here's Howell.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now Jones on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
On 2nd down, Boyce, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
They'll go play action. Howell.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, It's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Chubb. And he pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. On gain of 3, brings up 2nd and goal.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Browns 3.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. And a quick throw here that's complete. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
A 20-yard attempt.
Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead. And that one, an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within 1 score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Powell. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
Washington on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick
back, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it looks like, yes, the Commanders have it. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Boyce. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Hal down to throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down. Fourth down, Howell. He finds his man, complete. It's Haynes. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington 1st down and an exhale there as they convert on 4th.
I can hear it right now that most people in our business are saying, why aren't they running the football? But I happen to agree with this strategy. They've had success all game long. I don't think they should go away from it. Too often, teams go into that protect mode and end up giving away the football. This team has stayed aggressive, and it's working out for them.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. This is taken around the 12. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession. And
all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
Jones. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
To throw is Jones. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they take a knee. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Powell, he'll look to throw it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
So it's Washington getting the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Washington, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.